Good morning, Facebook. Welcome to another yoga class with Sally. I hope that everybody had a good weekend in the beautiful, beautiful sunshine. We had a nice relaxing time out in the garden, and we went for a walk just across the road at a beautiful lake that we have close by. So we had a really nice weekend. Weather has changed a little bit today. It's a little bit, but looking at the forecast, it's going to improve again throughout the week. So it's just a day. So we can deal with that. Hi, Tracy. Nice to see you. Good morning. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about what the class is this morning. It's the Hatha yoga class. So it's a slower paced class with rest poses in between the asanas. It is an improvers level class, so some of the asanas might be a little bit more challenging, but if you are a big yoga beginner, then feel free to join in, of course, and just do what you can. And if you're finding a pose a little bit difficult, then you can just go into a rest pose and then join back in when you want to. Okay, so at the request of Karen Elliott, who is a absolutely lovely, lovely lady that comes to my class on a Monday morning, usually. She has requested this morning bums and tums. Okay, so this isn't a class that I normally do. I normally do like a general core strength and flexibility class. But since I love Karen so much, we're going to do bums and tums class. So we will be looking at asanas that strengthen our tummies and our bottoms. Now this can sound maybe a little bit superficial, but both of these sets of muscles are very important. They are part of our core muscles. Hi Tracy, yeah, good to see you joining in, Tracy. So our core muscles are particularly abdomen and our glutes. Very important for everyday tasks. Okay, very important for our posture. Even things like just sitting straight with good posture requires good, strong abdominal muscles. And also our bottom muscles are also very important for our knee health. Hey Sharon, mwah, good morning. Yeah, our bottom muscles are actually very important for things like our knees, because our gluteus maximus is responsible for holding our thigh bone in the correct position. If you turn your foot in and out and hold your hand on your bottom, you will feel your bottom muscles working to make that movement. So if we have weak bottom muscles, then we can end up having problems with our knee because our thigh bone is not held at the correct angle. So there's lots of things that these muscles are important for. So I'm going to come over to my mat now. If you don't have a mat, then you can improvise. You could use a rug or a area, or even a towel, a sarong, something like that. So what we're going to do is first of all, we're going to come and sit comfortably. Now, if you are not comfortable sitting on the floor, that's fine. You could sit on a cushion just to raise your bottom up slightly. If you want to sit with your legs crossed, then sit with your legs crossed. If you would like to sit with your legs out in front of you, then please do so. So we're just going to start off the session by taking some time to calm our minds, and we're going to do that by closing our eyes, sitting with a straight back, so our shoulders are back, our chest is forward, and we're just going to focus on our breath. Now at this stage, don't try to change your breathing. Just notice your breath, your natural breath. Notice the in-breath, out-breath. And notice how you're feeling this morning. Notice your emotions, your state of mind, but do so in a non-judgmental way. So don't have emotions about your emotions, don't judge your emotions, just notice them and accept them. Okay, now we're going to chant the Om sound 3 times together, and then I am going to chant an opening mantra. Normally in my classes I would give you guys the words so that you had them in front of you. Today I'm just going to sing the mantra, chant the mantra, and if you do happen to know the words, Sharon, you've heard it enough times, then you can try to join in with me. The opening mantra is in Sanskrit, and it's about us both working together with energy, with vigour, and about there being no animosity between us. So first of all, let's chant Om 3 times together. Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, remaining with your eyes closed, your back straight. We're going to practice pranayama, breathing practice. Breathing slowly and deeply in and out through your nose. As slowly and as deeply as you can. Keep your body and your mind relaxed, don't tense up. Use your abdomen as well as your chest to really create space in your chest so you can really fill your lungs. As you inhale, really push your abdomen out. As your diaphragm contracts and pushes down, pushing your abdominal organs down and out. Really allow your chest to expand to the maximum. And then as you exhale, engage your abdominal muscles, draw your belly in, your belly button towards your spine. Spar in as you can. Allow your chest to contract. Really allow that movement of your abdomen, of your belly to be exaggerated. Okay, this class is called Tums and Bums, so people doing it probably worried about having a flat tummy. Unfortunately, as women, we're often told to hold our tummy in, and that's not good for breathing at all. We want to, as we inhale, really let our abdomen come out as much as we can, and then as we exhale, we draw our abdomen in. Breathe in an ujjayi way with ocean sound breath. So in and out slowly through your nose, constricting the back of your throat. Creating friction as the air passes over, making the hissing sound, the sound of the ocean. Focus entirely on your breath. Other thoughts enter your mind, just notice them, don't try to push them away, but don't follow them, let them go, return your focus to your breath. Enjoy the sensation of breathing. Enjoy the feeling of air entering your lungs. Imagine as you exhale that you're exhaling any stress, any anxiety, releasing it, letting it go. Okay, now try to match your inhalation to the length of the word I'm going to give. Inhale. And try to match the length of your exhalation to the word. Exhale. When I say retain and pause, hold your breath. Try to keep with the pattern, but if you don't worry. Stay relaxed, join back in where you can. Inhale. Retain. Inhale, retain. noticing your breathing, not trying to change your breathing, just breathing naturally. Okay. Now slowly opening your eyes. We are going to make our way up to a standing position. So give your legs a chance to wake up. And slowly push yourself up to a standing position. We're going to start with a basic all-over stretch, starting from our head down to our toes. Then we're going to practice 6 Hatha sun salutations, which I will talk you through. And then we will move on to asana practice, posture practice with postures, asanas focused towards our abdomen and towards our bottom. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start standing with our feet about hip distance apart, parallel with each other, standing tall and straight. And we're going to stretch our necks first of all, so exhale, look down to your feet, tucking your chin as close as you can to your chest, and then inhale, bring your head back to look up at the ceiling. Keep on going at your pace with your breath. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, looking up. Slow movement, slow breath. Okay, bringing your head back to neutral, looking forward. We're now going to turn our head from side to side. So again, with your breath, inhale, exhale, turn to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, turn to look forwards. Exhale, turn to look over your left shoulder. So again, just keep on going at your pace with your breath. Exhale, turn. Inhale, front. Notice any areas of stiffness. Okay, now we're going to tilt our head from side to side. So we're going to inhale, exhale, tilt our head to the right side, trying to bring your right ear down towards your right shoulder, keeping your shoulder down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Again, keep going at your pace. Good. Okay, now we're going to make a couple of head rolls in each direction, slow and controlled. So, starting off, looking at the floor at your feet, rolling your head slowly so that your right ear comes around towards your right shoulder. Up to look at the ceiling, left ear to left shoulder, and back down to look at the floor. Back in the other direction, slowly. And once more, in each direction. Good. Next, we're going to rotate our arms in big circles to stretch our shoulders. We're going to do so slowly, reaching forwards as much as we can, reaching up as much as we can, reaching back, and then sweeping our arms past our sides so that our hands touch our sides. Again, try to move with your breath, so we're inhaling up, exhaling down. Again, go at your own pace with your breath, really stretching as much as you can. And now let's come back the other way. So we're coming forwards now. Still slowly, still reaching out as much as you can in each direction, still moving with your breath. Good, and now just give your arms a bit of a swing. Good, so when we do this, we're leaving our lower body in place. We're not twisting our lower body, we're just swinging our arms and our upper body. Now, come to stand with your feet slightly further apart, about 2 feet apart, with your toes facing slightly out. We're going to do hip rotations, hands on your hips, and we're going to make circles with our hips, trying to make those circles as big as we can, keeping your legs straight. Okay, and back the other way. Brilliant. Now bringing your feet back together again. We're going to lean forward, place our hands on our knees with a flat back. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see me better. And we're going to make knee rotations, trying to come up onto our tiptoes as we bring our knees forward. And then back onto the flats of our feet as we straighten our legs. Okay, and back the other way. Good. Excellent. Now coming to stand back up again. Just going to finish this basic overall stretch by coming up onto our tiptoes as tall as we can. Really engaging all your core muscles to hold you steady. And then we're going to come back down onto the flats of our feet and lift our toes up, leaving the rest of our foot on the floor. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. Hold. Exhale down, lift your toes. Once more, inhale, come up. Hold, try to stay as steady as you can. And exhale down, good, and lift your toes up. Fabulous. I'm just coming to the screen to see if there's any comments. Hello, Catherine. Hey, Barbara. Right, so now we're going to practice some sun salutations. And sun salutations is a sequence of asanas that flow together. They really help to warm up your entire body, stretch your entire body, and just get your heart rate up a little bit. So I'm going to talk you through the sun salutations. We're going to come and stand at the top of our mat, if we have one. If we don't have a mat, just make sure there's enough space behind you for the length of your body. We're going to stand with our feet about hip distance apart, parallel with each other. Standing straight and tall. Inhale, exhale, bring your palms together at your heart center. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. And now, exhale, fold forwards, bending your knees if you need to bring your fingertips to the mat, either side of your feet, and maintain a flat lower back. Just let your head hang, your neck relax. First thing in the morning, so you're probably a little bit stiff, that's fine. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Now, inhale, step your right foot back, lower your knee, lower the back, the top of your foot to the mat, and look forwards, low lunge. Now hold your breath, tuck your toes, and bring your left foot back, plank position. Now exhale, lower your knees to the mat, lower your chest and your chin to the mat, leaving your bottom sticking up in the air. This is called Ashtanga Asana, or 8 points on the floor. Your 8 points are your toes, your knees, your 2 hands, your chest and your chin. Inhale, pull your chest through your hands to come into Cobra. Remember with Cobra to keep your elbows close into your body, tucked into your body, and your shoulders down away from your ears. Now we're going to exhale to downwards facing dog. So pushing your bottom up into the air, so we're in that inverted V position. Your heels coming down towards the mat. Your head between your arms, looking up at your belly button. Again, first thing in the morning, you're going to be a little bit stiff. That's fine. Stretch it out. Now, inhale, look forwards, shift your weight forwards and bring your right foot to the top of the mat, knee down, top of your foot down, looking forwards, low lunge. Now, next we're going to exhale and bring your left foot to the top of the mat, back into forward fold. Inhale, reaching forwards, reaching up, slight back bend. And we're going to go for number 2. Exhale, fold forwards. Forward fold. Remember, bend your knees as much as you need to. This time we're going to lead with the left foot. So inhale, step your left foot back, knee down, top of your foot down to the mat, look forward, low lunge. Hold your breath, right foot back, plank position. Exhale, your knees down, your chest down, your chin down. 8 points on the floor. Inhale to Cobra, elbows tucked, shoulders down. Exhale to downwards facing dog. Remember to bring your heels down towards the mat, but don't worry if they're not all the way on the mat. You can bend your knees slightly if you need to. Importantly, try to keep that back flat. Try to bring your head between your arms to look up at your belly button. Push that bottom up and back towards the ceiling. Remember to breathe. Okay, now inhale, bring your left foot to the top of the mat, knee down, top of your foot down, look forwards, low lunge. Inhale, bring your right foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, slight back bend. Let's go number 3. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, step your right foot back, low lunge. Hold your breath. Left foot back, plank position. Exhale. 8 points on the floor, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot to the top of the mat, low lunge. Exhale, bring your left foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Slight back bend. Let's go for number 4. Exhale, fold forward. Remember, bend your knees if you need to. Exhale, step your left foot back, low lunge. Hold your breath, bring your right foot back, plank position. Exhale, 8 points on the floor, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forwards, low lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, slow back bend. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. We're going to go a little bit faster. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, right foot back, low lunge. Hold your breath, plank. Exhale, 8 points on the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forwards, low lunge. Exhale, left foot forwards, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. Last one. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back, low lunge. Hold your breath, right foot back, plank. Exhale, 8 points on the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forwards, low lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. And exhale, hands together. Prayer position. Great work, guys. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more warmed up, a little bit stretched. Hopefully your heart rate is up a little bit. That's good. So this is a Hatha class, so we will be taking rest poses in between asanas, so let's do that now. We're going to stand in Tadasana mountain pose, so our feet about hip distance apart, standing tall, standing with purpose. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths. Feel your heart beating. Feel how your body feels. Feel the muscles that we've just stretched, that we've just been using, strengthening with our sun salutations. Notice your state of mind, how you're feeling. Remember, we should be mindfully moving for the whole class. Okay, think of yoga as moving meditation. All the time remembering to connect our movement with our breath, which helps to connect our mind with our body, helps to ground us, to bring us into the present moment. Okay, so let's move on to asana practice for Tums and Bums. So we're going to start off with some goddess squats. Okay, the goddess pose is a squatting pose, and we're going to move in and out of that squatting pose with our breath. So we're going to come to stand with our feet about 3 feet apart. We're going to turn our feet out, our toes out, sorry, as much as we can, so they're facing out to the side as much as possible. Okay, just take a moment to steady yourself. We're going to bring our hands into prayer position at our heart center. So pushing the heels of your hands down as you push the palms of your hands together. And now we're going to exhale, bend our knees and lower our bottom into the goddess squat. Now we want to try as much as possible to have our knees over our ankles. We don't want our knees to be coming in like this. If your knees are really coming in like this, then you might want to bring your feet a little bit closer together. We want to remain with our back upright, so we're not leaning forward like this. We're keeping our back upright. And now we're going to inhale, come up. Exhale, lower into the squat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Keep on going at your pace with your breath. Slow movement, slow breath. So we're inhaling up. Exhaling down. Okay, next time you come into the squatting position, I just want you to hold it briefly. Hold it. Breathe normally. And inhale. feet back together. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. And we're going to do another asana before we take a brief pause, a brief rest. We're going to practice awkward chair pose. There's a couple of different variations that we can make here, depending on the flexibility of your shoulders. So let me just show you the full expression of the pose. We're standing with our feet together, about hip distance apart, maybe just slightly closer. Feet parallel with each other. The full expression of the pose is when we bring our arms up, bring our hands together, our palms together, keeping our arms straight, looking up at our thumbs. I'm going to exhale and lower my bottom down as if I'm coming to sit down in a chair. Notice that my arms are staying straight up. Now this can be difficult to start off with, so we can practice a couple of different variations. First variation is where we have our arms up directly above our head, but we don't have our palms together. Okay, we've got our arms about shoulder width apart, parallel with each other, palms facing each other. And we're going to look up to the space in between our hands. As if we're holding a ball there, we're looking up to the ball. And again, then we're going to exhale, lower, as if we're sitting down in a chair, keeping our arms directly above us. The third option that we have, if you find it quite difficult to keep your arms up straight above you, what we can do is we can bring our arms out slightly in front of us, again about shoulder width apart, palms facing each other. Again, we're going to look towards the space in between our hands, and now we're going to keep on looking to that space between our hands and sink down as if we're sitting in a chair. What we want to avoid doing is we want to avoid doing this, okay, our arms coming down. Our arms want to remain in the original starting position. So as soon as you're bringing your bottom down, you're squatting down and you feel your arms starting to lower, then just remain there. Okay, that is the maximum bend in your knees that you're going to have. Okay, so just practice your own version of that pose, either hands together above your head, or arms straight up, palms apart, or arms slightly forward. You're by yourself, no one's watching you, no one's judging you. Do what you feel comfortable with. Do what you feel you get the benefit from, okay? You will really, at this, we're really working all of our leg muscles, abdominal muscles, lower back muscles, bottom muscles, of course. You'll feel them all engaged and we're getting a really good stretch in our shoulders. Good. And let's take a brief pause, a brief rest. So let's come and stand in Tadasana Mountain Pose. Close our eyes and take a few deep breaths. Okay, what have we got planned next? Okay, next we have a pose called extended side angle. So if you are on a mat, come and face the side of your mat so that you can stand with your feet about 4 to 5 feet apart, depending on the flexibility of your hips. Engage your leg muscles to hold you steady. You should start off with both feet facing towards the side of the mat with your toes just ever so slightly turned in, ever so slightly pigeon-toed. I can feel my bottom muscles engaging already to hold me steady. Okay, I can feel those muscles working. Also, my abdominal muscles are working to hold me in position as well. I'm going to begin by turning my right foot out, so it's facing 90 degrees away from my left foot, and the heel of my right foot should be roughly in line with the arch of my left foot. So if your right foot will now be pointing to the top of your mat. We're going to bend that right knee so that it comes in line with your ankle, it's over your ankle. So we want to avoid the knee tracking in like this, and we want to also avoid the knee going over the ankle line like this. If that is the case, then you can move your back foot, your left foot back a little bit so you've got a wider stance. Now we've got a couple of different options depending on your flexibility. First option, lean to the right, placing your forearm on your right thigh just above the knee. We can, if you've got more flexibility, then you can lean slightly further down, placing your fingertips to the mat on the inside of your right ankle. But what we want to avoid doing is leaning forward like this, okay? Don't try to push yourself further than you can at this stage. Either way, we're going to bring our left arm up, and we're going to try to create a straight line from our left fingertips all the way down to our left ankle. Okay, and then we're going to turn our head to look up towards our left palm. Okay, so you might probably going to be in this position, resting on your thigh with your forearm. Really reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Really stretching your shoulder and your side body. Okay, inhale, come up and release. Now we're going to change foot position, so we're going to turn our right foot back to face the side of the mat. We're going to turn our left foot now to face the top of the mat. So make sure that your left heel is about in line with your arch of your right foot. Bend your left knee, making sure that your knee is in the right position over your ankle. Now leaning to the left, place your left forearm on your left thigh just above the knee, or reach your fingertips down to the mat on the inside of your left ankle. Bring your right arm overhead, creating that straight line from your right wrist to your right ankle, palm facing down to the floor, looking up at your palm. Really reach that right arm up, really stretch. Okay, inhale and release. Very good, well done. Bring your feet together. Stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a few deep breaths. Okay, next we're going to do a modification of Warrior 3. And then we're going to try to come into Warrior 3. So we're going to start off with our right foot forwards, our left foot back. We're going to come to balance on our front foot, our right foot. So make sure that you've got a stable base with your right foot. Make sure that it's facing forwards. Spread the toes so you're gripping the floor. Engage your leg muscles. We're going to, so at the beginning here you can see my knee is bent as I'm shifting my weight onto my front leg, onto my right leg. I'm going to lean forwards, bring my left leg up straight behind me, straightening my right knee as well, and I'm going to bring my arms out to the side as if I'm flying. Okay, so let me just show you that from the front. My arms out to the side like this. Show you again from the side. It's a difficult one, guys. Okay, it's difficult to balance. Really remember, engage all of those muscles in your legs. Look ahead at a point that's not moving to help keep you steady, to help keep you stable. Now what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to, so at the moment our arms are out of the side, that's helping us to balance a little bit. We're going to try to bring our arms forward into Warrior 1 position. Into Warrior 3 position, sorry. Okay, so let's start off with them out to the side. So right foot forwards, knee bent as we're shifting our weight onto our right leg, bringing our left leg straight up behind us, straightening our right leg, arms out to the side as if you're flying. Now try to bring your arms forward. So they're straight forwards, our leg is straight back, we're looking a little bit like a T position. Good, and release. It's a difficult one. So we're going to try that now on the other side with our left foot forwards, our right foot back. Again, make sure before you begin that you're getting that firm foundation with your balancing foot. So foot facing forward, spread your toes, grip the mat. Bending your left knee as you shift your weight forward onto your left foot. Bringing your right leg up behind you, arms out to the side as if you're flying. Now trying to bring your arms forward into Warrior 3 position. Good, and release. Woohoo! Okay, now we're going to come down to the mat. We don't actually have that much longer to go. About another 10 minutes until we come into Savasana. So we're going to come down onto the mat. And we're just going to start off with a nice relaxing pose. We're going to start off with the cat-cow. So coming in to tabletop position. So your hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. And remember, cat-cow is exhale round your back. Tuck your head to look under at your belly button. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling, bring your sit bones up, dip your belly down towards the floor. That's the cow position. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Just keep on going at your pace with your breath. Good. Okay, coming back to tabletop position once more. We are now, keep your hands where they are. Spread the fingers on your hands so you've got a really nice stable base. Your legs straight. And come into plank position. Okay, so remember plank position, we shouldn't have our belly dipping down to the floor like this, we shouldn't have our bottom in the air, we should be straight. Imagine that you're bringing your shoulder blades together on your back. Bring your heels back. And now we're going to exhale and push back to downwards facing dog. Now I want you to bring your right knee forward. So we're going to shift our weight forward slightly. And we're going to come up onto our left toes and try to bring your right knee towards your nose, towards your right nose. How many noses do you have? Your right knee towards your nose. And hold. And bring your right foot back again, back to down dog. Stretch out. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So shift your weight forwards, come up onto your right toes, bring your knee, your left knee forwards towards your nose. And hold. Good, and bring your left foot back to down dog. And lower your knees to the mat. Good. Okay, now we're going to come and sit on our bottoms. We're going to practice boat pose and low boat pose. So first of all, if you find boat difficult, you can practice half boat. So I'm going to show you both variations. So full boat, we're going to balance on our bottoms, keep our back straight, our chest push forwards, raise our legs straight. Our feet should be roughly in line with our face. Bring our arms straight so that our palms are facing in to our knees. Our arms are more or less parallel with the floor. That's boat pose. If you find that difficult, it takes abdominal muscles or all core muscles to hold you steady in that pose. So we can practice a modification which is called half boat. Again, we're going to balance on our bottoms. Again, remember, back should be straight, chest push forward. Rather than having our legs straight up, we're going to have our lower legs parallel with the floor. And again, arms parallel with the floor, palms of your hands facing in to the sides of your knees. This is half boat. This is boat. Whichever you feel comfortable with. Again, remember, nobody's watching you, you're at home. So do what is best for you. Good, and release. Okay, low boat. We're going to come to lay on our back. We're going to clasp our fingers together behind our head. So we're cradling the back of our head. And we're going to bring our legs up straight. Bring our body up slightly higher. So we're in low boat. Good, and lower. Very good. Okay, we're coming towards the end of the session. Let's just do a couple more asanas. So let's come to the position for bridge pose. So laying on your back, bend your knees. Bring your heels towards your bottom, about the width of the mat, so you've got a good stable base. And if possible, your arms, your fingers should be touching the backs of your heels. So bring your arms down by your side, palms facing down into the mat. We're going to start off by doing some bridge lifts. So we're going to inhale, come up into bridge, exhale and lower. We're going to do that 5 times. And then we're going to come into bridge and hold bridge. So first of all, inhale, push your hips up towards the ceiling. Bring your bottom away from the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This is the last one. Exhale. Now we're going to come up into bridge and hold. So inhale, push your hips up towards the ceiling. Now to hold the position, we're going to walk our shoulder blades together and bring our hands together behind our back and interlock our fingers, trying to keep our arms and our hands on the floor. Palms together. Push your hips up as much as you can towards the ceiling. Hold. Okay, now release your hands and place them in the small of your back. Palms facing into your back. Your elbows are resting on the floor. We're going to bring our feet a little bit closer together and lift one leg up straight. Our right leg, let's start with our right leg up towards the ceiling. And come up onto your left tiptoe. Hold. And lower. And the same on the other side. Left leg up straight, up onto your right tiptoe. Good, and lower. Release your hands and slowly lower your bottom back down to the mat. Very good, really well done. Now we've come to the end of the session. We're going to spend probably just under 10 minutes in Savasana, in corpse pose, our rest pose, and then we'll just have a few minutes at the end to sit again in a comfortable seated position. Notice our breath, notice how we're feeling, our state of mind. Okay, so relax as much as you can in Savasana. If you want to put jumpers on, socks back on, then please do so that you're fit, so that you're warm. If you have a blanket, that you can place that over you. This is a really important part of our asana practice, Savasana. Okay, if you just go on to now do your daily life after intense asana practice without having the relaxation at the end, you won't feel the full benefit. It's important to come into Savasana at the end of your practice. So coming to lay on the floor with your legs straight, slightly apart, your heels coming towards the corners of the mat. Your arms out slightly away from your side with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Take some deep, slow breaths. Do a scan of your body. Make sure you're not holding tension anywhere in your body. Become aware of every part of your body that's in contact with the floor. And feel the floor supporting your body. Relax. Feel as if you're sinking into the floor. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Relax your eyes. Completely let go. attention back to the room, back to your body. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Bring your legs together. Bring your arms overhead, point your toes and stretch your entire body. Relax your arms, bend your knees. And roll slowly to the side. Resting on your side for a moment, keeping your eyes closed. And now slowly, using the palm of your hand, push yourself up to a seated position. We're just going to be seated for a few minutes, but make yourself comfortable. If you want to sit on a cushion, then please do so. If you want to sit with your legs crossed, sit with your legs crossed. If you want to sit with your legs straight out in front of you, sit with them straight out in front of you. I'm just going to spend a few moments focusing on our breath. So close your eyes, sit with a straight back. And just breathe normally, breathe naturally. And just bring your attention to the sensation of breathing. Enjoy the feeling of breathing. Feel gratitude for your breath. Every time thoughts enter your mind, every time your mind wanders, which it will do, just notice the thought. Don't follow it, just let it go and return your attention to your breath. Okay, now I would love if you would join me in chanting Om 3 times. After we chanted Om 3 times, I'm just going to a favorite mantra of mine. It's only 4 words, 4 Sanskrit words, but it means something very beautiful. It means that we're wishing happiness and well-being to all, but also hoping that our actions contribute in some way to the happiness and well-being of others. And then I'm going to finish with Om Shanti Shanti, which I would love you to join in with as well. So first of all, Om 3 times. Loka samista sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Thank you everybody who joined today. I hope that you enjoyed the class. I hope that everybody is well. I hope that you have a good day. It's stopped raining here in the Shront now. The sky's looking a little bit lighter. I will be back this evening with a yoga basics class, so a class for beginners. Thank you, Sharon. Mwah. And the class will be focused on movement with breath. So it's going to be a very gentle class, a very grounding class. Thank you, Karen. Mwah. Oh, I don't know what that was. Sharon saying her toe is still blue. Sharon hurt her toe doing down dog the other day. Wasn't my fault. I wasn't even there. Stay home, stay safe, and remember to take care of your mental well-being, take care of each other, and love you all. See you soon. Bye. Thank you, Tracy. Mwah. Bye.